Gregory Gym. Longhorns looking for their 71st consecutive Big 12 home win. El Nadi serves, and we're underway. Block right off the bat. It's Maddie Skinner.
The exact way Texas wants to start off the match. Skinner showing Kansas what they can't already do when it comes to hitting in her block.
Blocks per set improving for Texas as the season's gone along. Here's Emma Halter, the sophomore, to serve for the Longhorns. Just getting to it was Katie Dalton, but still point to the Longhorns.
It's really important for Kansas to give their setter a 3-option pass and run their offense.
Ace. Halter coming in third on the Longhorns in aces. Gets one there in an early 3-0 lead.
Halter picking on the seam by El Nadi, trying to get in the outside's head already. Not a bad game plan for Texas. El Nadi has to get a 3-option pass.
Quick start for the Longhorns, and Dalton has trouble with that Halter serve. Block again. Asia O'Neal, Molly Phillips, both there for Texas. Momentum on the Longhorns side. They struggled in the first set in both matches against BYU yesterday. Took set 1 last night. Dalton setting up Reagan Cooper. Another block. 3 for Texas in the early going. Jared Elliott loving what he is seeing so far. 23rd season as Texas head coach. His Longhorns have 5 wins over ranked teams this season. A win tonight would be number 6. This time it's Toyosi Onabanjo with a nice touch to give Kansas its first point.
Onabanjo coming in for the slide, taking a little bit off and seeing that hole in the middle of Texas court. I like though the fact we saw Molly Phillips all the way to the left front trying to get that ball up.
3 key transfers on this Kansas team this season, but Onabanjo with a service error, and it's 6-1 Longhorns.
The hard thing about these back-to-back matches is it's so mentally exhausting. Besides the physical game, when Texas beats you in Gregory Gym, you have to get over that mental battle and come back strong the next day.
A lot of clapping of the hands by the Kansas players before this Kaylee Akana serve, just trying to fire them up and keep their confidence early as Texas has looked good so far. Marissa Barnes, the nice dig. Another block. Skinner again.
Texas block completely taking out the Jayhawks right now. Skinner and O'Neal doing such a good job at making sure their hands are touching, putting 4 strong hands up against them.
Akana again to serve. Skinner there, and it's 8-1. Now Ray Bouchard calls timeout. So much of Texas's dominance so far up front. And the quick start for the number 8 ranked team in the nation. 4 blocks, a couple of aces as well in the early going. Texas off to the great start as Kaylee Akana, junior from Hawaii, will serve again. Asia O'Neal got it blocked back, but Halter was there. Now Skinner, yes.
Kansas has to get out of this rotation because Maddie Skinner is going off and she's not scared to find that seam. You cannot give her any window between those 2 hitters. Got to close that block against Skinner.
Longhorns hitting 400, Kansas minus 375. As you see Skinner's numbers from last night, her 4th double-double of the year. Akana there. Skinner again. Dalton was ready for Swindle. blocked Kansas there first. And Reagan Cooper, grad transfer from Rowlett, Texas, gives Kansas the point.
An absolute need for Kansas, getting that block, getting out of this rotation. Reagan Cooper, I like the fact that she's not showing through her face what the score is right now, because she's the Jayhawks' go-to hitter. She has to be in this match. 17
kills last night, 35 total in Kansas's 2 wins last week over Houston. Jared Elliott told us earlier today she is a handful.
A lot of personalities in this gym, David.
9-2 the early lead. Maddie Skinner getting some feedback from our officiating crew at the behest of Jared Elliott as we await the Kansas serve. Overall, up front defensively, though, the key to Texas so far, and you've seen so many of their matches this season, some early struggles, and as the season's gone long and as the offense has picked up, it looks like the defense has been able to step up as well. Skinner, another kill, her third.
Skinner moving the ball all over the court right now. She's going deep, she's going cut. All the changes working out, and keep an eye out for the ball to go back to her behind the 10-foot line as well.
No errors to go along with those 3 kills for Skinner on 5 swings. Cooper hangs high and throws it down.
Great approach by Cooper. She starts so far from behind the 10-foot line, and that jump, she has so much momentum going into that hit. Great connection with her and Cameron Turner.
You talk about her personality, smiles from her as she heads to the bench. Team leader in kills coming in, hitting well over 300. Caroline Bien now serves. Jenna Winna, second swing. And that is long off Davis. London Davis. Ray Bouchard thought initially that that was tipped at the net. We may have a challenge here.
I like how fast Coach Bouchard grabbed that challenge card. He is completely positive in what he feels he saw from London Davis. And Davis trying to get the fingertips of Texas. That's something she's really good at. She's so powerful. If your block isn't matched up perfectly against her, it's going to go straight down or get you on the tip.
These are always so hard to see, but to look to you that it touches the fingers on the left hand of Winnis.
From this view right here, it looks like it did touch Winnis's left hand. Look at her fingers in the left hand move a little bit. I personally didn't see a touch, but that view is a good look at a touch. Yes, this one's even better, this look in my opinion. You can literally see Winnis's hands fall back.
Great shot there. And London Davis, after the swing and after it was called out and the point given to Texas, looked right back at her head coach and said, that touched Winnis up front.
And a great time for Coach Bouchard to grab that challenge card, especially this early in the match. You cannot let Texas go on another run. And yesterday, that was a big key for Kansas. Kansas, to stay in it tonight, has to go on runs on their own. Try and make those points extended 3 or 4 every rotation.
I think that even a better look. See that finger bounce back?
Yeah.
Great
okay,
angle.
David, so you say a touch, right? I say a touch. Everyone at home, doesn't matter what me and David say, okay? But I personally think there was a touch.
Yesterday, there was a surprise ruling. You and Alex thought that a ball was hit out, and that overruled. I think this is clear evidence, though, of a touch, although still awaiting our official ruling from the floor. Right now, 11-3 Texas, but this may change.
And for evidence, there has to be overwhelming video evidence in order for the refs to turn over the initial call.
It's a Kansas team 12-3, 3-2 in Big 12 play. Looking for their first win here in Austin in 20 years. 2 of those 3 losses coming in 5 sets. Let's take another look at the play that's been challenged.
And with that angle the ball was going, you can tell Davis is seeing O'Neal is late to the block. Something O'Neal doesn't usually do. There was a big split in the ball. She was trying to go for that.
Call is reversed. Ray Bouchard gets his challenge back.
Great challenge by Coach Bouchard.
26 seasons in Lawrence, 4 Big 12 Coach of the Year awards, and he may have his best team in Lawrence in a few years. Mentioned out of those 3 losses that Kansas has, 1 to Texas last night, and then the other 2 in 5 sets, including top 10 Purdue. Bien serves again. Swindle was there, but another chance for the Jayhawks. Halter gets to it. Skinner, too much power from the back row.
So much power from Maddie Skinner, and it looked like she took that approach before Ella Swindle even set the ball. That just shows you how much of an option Skinner is from behind the 10-foot line.
Preseason Big 12 Player of the Year puts her team up 7, and now Asia O'Neal serves. Long off of Belnati, and no tip at the net. Point Texas. As Texas has seemed to get their groove together, undefeated in conference play. I mentioned a few times over the past few matches how much more confident Texas looks. Looks that way so far tonight. That's an error by Kansas, and the lead increases.
Michaela Myers just trying to keep that ball in play, going for that tip. So if you're not going to be aggressive, you at least have to be efficient.
O'Neal hit .786 last night, 11 kills and 14 swings without an error. Service error, however, there. It does seem like a more confident group overall, the Longhorns, these past few weeks, though.
Longhorns, you can tell last night that they physically were playing loose. They were smiling, looked like they were having fun, and so did Kansas. Kansas played great last night as well. Great dig.
Heck of a dig by Bien. Swindle misfires.
Swindle a threat at the front row, 6'3" freshman. When she's running that 5'1" and she's at the front, she has that room to try and go for creative kills, especially with a lead like this.
Kansas just now exchanging point for point with the Longhorns, but still down big. Davis was there for the Jayhawks. And that's just out. Back-to-back points for Kansas.
You can see Kansas taking the momentum back from Texas that Texas had early on in this match.
Onabanjo's second kill. Reagan Byrne serves again. That's long off Winnis. Actually, they'll say it's tipped at the net. And Ray Bouchard is asking his team, did someone touch it? No challenge coming. Swindle, freshman from Columbia, Missouri. Jared Elliott telling us earlier today, it's exciting how good she's going to be as she improves. Just a freshman. Cameron Turner sets up Davis, and a kill. Davis is second.
Davis exposing the hole in Texas block. Winnis and Bergmark able to close it. Look at the opening in this block. Bergmark not anywhere near Winnis, and Davis did the right decision in going for that split.
9 kills last night for Davis. Good effort by Burns, but point Texas.
Bergmark is that player where you know if she has an error, she's going to come back and not only fix her mistake, but come back with probably a kill.
Billa Bergmark, 8 kills in the win last night, hit .250. Now Carissa Barnes to serve. Double hit, another point for the Longhorns.
Not a call you see often on Cameron Turner. She is so good at moving that ball around. She can flick it from all over the court. That doesn't bother her. She'll keep going for it.
Arguably the best setter in the league, junior from Topeka, Kansas. High set for Elnady. Kansas gets the point.
Let's Looks like Bergmark is in the net on that one.
Texas still up comfortably. El Nadi, 3 aces in the loss to Texas last night. She'll serve here. El Nadi catches up to it. Swindle sets up Skinner.
Great dig.
The dig by El Nadi, and it leads to the Kansas point. Turner the kill, but if not for the heroics of El Nadi, it's point Texas.
Perfect run through from El Nadi. When you're middle back, you go from side to side. Look at her going perfectly left. She did not cheat up. She made sure to stay true to her wing and got that ball to target. Great defense.
Then the serve long.
You hate to see it when a player makes such a good play and then has an error. It happens all the time, but it hurts even worse when you had an amazing play before that.
You have loved watching her the past 2 nights. Mentioned the 3 aces, also had 8 kills last night. She'll come out now. Halter led the Longhorns in digs last night in the win. Cooper. Quiet so far tonight. That's her 2nd kill, but with 2 errors.
And Cooper doesn't show that on her body if she's having a quiet game. She looks steady. She's that player where when she's on, she's look the same as when she's off. She's someone you want to get the ball to.
Molly Schultz serves for the first time. Skinner again. Went right after Bryn McGee.
Skinner yet to giving a tip or a roll from the front, doing such a good job of going for those long balls, testing the seams from Kansas middle back and left back.
5 kills on 10 swings for Skinner. She had 8 kills in the first set last night in the win. Kind of serves. Just before that, a great play by Katie Dalton to keep the point alive, but it's point Texas.
You had to know that ball was going straight down from O'Neal from that approach. Perfect in-system sink with Ella Swindle. And so fast that middle Michaela Myers of Kansas not able to find.
Believe it. Good decision, though. Better late than never. Akata serves. And an ace for the junior from Hawaii as Burns had trouble.
Akana going straight for Reagan Burns, the libero that's so good at serve receive and getting her off her feet.
Burns catches up to this one. Cooper, yes. That's what Ray Bouchard wants more out of the grad transfer.
And Cooper is doing a good job at really connecting with Cameron Turner. That's something they work on in the gym a lot. Turner knows exactly that window that Cooper wants to put that ball down in.
Cameron Turner serves. O'Neal gets the kill.
That was a great stop from Cooper. The block isn't always there to get the ball down. It's to slow the play down. And against Asia O'Neal, you have to slow the play down. Kansas should have gotten that second touch absolutely from that stop from Cooper.
O'Neal was sick all week, and we didn't know she'd played last night until yesterday afternoon and had her best match of the year offensively. Good dig by Skinner. Long off Winnis. Junior from Frisco, Texas has struggled the last couple of weeks. Hit minus 091 in the win last night. 125 in the 2 matches against BYU last week. Jared Elliott hoping for a turnaround here tonight. BN serves for the Jayhawks. Winnis gets a chance. Blocked.
suffocating block against Wenis. Great play for Kansas, completely shutting down the outside, and such a good read from the middle.
Aisha Iono in for the first time. Gets the block up front.
That's a way to start a match.
Wenis gets to this serve. Skinner, no chance.
I can't decide if Skinner is more powerful from the front or the back row. Look where she lands from this approach. She is literally right where Asia O'Neal lands, hitting a 1. That's how far she is hitting. That's how high she's touching. Look at that reach right there. So much momentum coming for Skinner when she's buttoned back.
6 kills and no errors for Skinner so far. Blocked. Wenis there, and look at the hugs from her teammates. They know the struggle she's gone through the last couple of weeks. Comes up with the block here.
Nice answer from Wenis, an ISO block. Look at her arms facing back into the court. There was no way she was letting herself get tooled.
Longhorns 2 points away from the first set. Elnady stays in play, but still a Kansas point. Great effort, Wenis and Akana, 2 of the Longhorns there.
What makes Elnady so good is she's creative. And when you're 5'10", you have to be creative. You have to learn different ways to get over that block, around the block, while still being really aggressive.
Texas stormed out with the first 5 points. Still looking for set number 1. Wenis gets a chance. Second chance. And the kill.
And Wenis seeing that strong Kansas block in front of her, dropping that pinky and cutting that ball. That means literally going for the tool and using the Kansas blocking hands against them.
Ellis Wendell looks to serve out set 1. Davis keeps Kansas alive.
So much power from London Davis. And Halter in the right spot, had the right read, but it's that much power. Look at Halter. She stopped, but literally getting hit like a bullet. Davis just too strong.
Now she'll serve. Wenis gives set number 1 to Texas.
Another tool for Wenis, so confident when it comes to touching the Kansas hands in front of her and using them against her.
2. Maybe momentum come from the team that lost the night before, but Texas took momentum early here tonight.
And that's something, taking momentum early, is that Jarrett Elliott wants Texas to find, is that strong start. He's been talking all year about finding that fast gear initially in the match, and that's exactly what Texas did here tonight. That was the best start of their season, in my opinion, so far.
Jarrett Elliott says he loves these back-to-backs, and when Texas moves to the SEC next season, he says his biggest focal point to the league will be to implement these back-to-backs in conference play. Says most of all, it's best for a team's mental health, less travel, therefore more focus on academics and activities off the volleyball court. Carissa Barnes will begin set 2. Elnady. Halter there. Dig from the back row by BN. Skinner. Second chance. Skinner gets this one.
Molly Phillips with the coverage assist, you could call it, going to Maddie Skinner. Skinner doing a good job of protecting her team's side of the net.
7 kills already for the junior from Katy, Texas. Swindle the set for Skinner. Got it to the back corner. For all her kills tonight, might have been her prettiest.
Skinner looking like a shooter at this point, throwing the ball exactly where she wants it. That ball would have landed in a perfect circumference right in the middle of that spot in the left back.
She's back to hitting over 500 tonight. Barnes with the dig.
Oh,
Hit the back of Swindle, stayed in play, and a chance for Texas. Iono up front, her second, and Kansas gets its first point of the second set.
Iono, an absolute spark for Kansas at the middle front so far, doing a really good job at staying in the play and taking advantage of Texas being so scrambled.
And this is a move by Ray Bashar, which may have been unexpected coming in. Iono just played in 5 sets on the season.
Great dig.
Elnady with the dig. Skinner, the second chance, comes through again.
Skinner, I like her reaction. She says, even I can't be stopped right now. And that was a great dig from Elnady. Body on the floor, and it's back to target just a little too much.
Halter to serve. Barnes the set, and the block. Iono again, what an impact by Aisha Iono. Again, coming in, just 5 sets played on the season.
Iono proving that she should be in the rotation for Ray Bashar, doing a good job at reading Skinner's arm, seeing where that elbow's facing, and making sure her hands are pressing back over the net.
She comes out 3 blocks tonight. She had 3 for the entire season coming in. And on the free ball, it's Bien with the kill. Kansas has not led tonight. Texas dominated set 1. Reagan Burns to serve. Take by Turner. Swindle sets up O'Neal. Gets the kill.
Great connection with Swindle and O'Neal. Every match for Texas, it's getting more and more natural for those two. Swindle knowing exactly the window O'Neal wants that ball set to her.
Kana had an ace in set 1. She'll serve here. Burns got to it for Kansas. And Swindle tried the dunk, and Anna Banjo was expecting it. She gets the block.
Great read by Anna Banjo, waiting for Ella Swindle and making the right decision to bite, to jump with Swindle. She can see Swindle's arm moving to the left. See how much she's moving her left arm? Great eye by Anna Banjo.
Skinner gets the kill, but that point set up by the tremendous play by Swindle.
Whenever the ball has that much spin coming from that second pass with that platform set, that makes it almost like a top spin serve when your hitter attacks.
10th kill for Skinner and the 14th assist for Swindle. She had 11 in the first set. She's been averaging 10+ assists per set for the last month now. Alter, Winnes catches up to it.
Great hustle by Winnes.
Bien, though, there for Kansas.
Bien with the kill, all after great hustle by Winnes, putting her body on the line. Bien doesn't care. She sees you're out of rotation, she sees you're out of system, and she's going right for that spot in between the seam of right back and middle back. Great positioning.
And junior from Overland Park, Kansas, serves the Jayhawks. O'Neal, as much power as she's had on a swing tonight.
Bien was in the right position to dig O'Neal. The problem was she moved her arms last second. Watch this dig. Watch her arms move. You got to make sure your arms are stopped when contact is made.
Texas had trouble with that slide early this season as players were getting used to Swindle. It's looking much better the last couple of weeks. It's a point to Texas. Oh, I apologize. It was tipped, so Kansas does get the point. Jared Elliott is holding on to the ball, wanting to make sure from his teammates whether it was touched. Nakano says yes, so it's 6-all. Anna Banjo from Houston. Skinner, oh, it's a tremendous dig. Then it hit the banner to stay in play. The dig was by Dalton. Texas another chance.
Great coverage.
That was Swindle. Swindle sets up Skinner. Yes. A couple of times, Kansas close to taking its first lead of the match, but it's Skinner again for the Longhorns.
Swindle sets are getting lower and lower for Skinner. That means Skinner has to speed up that approach to where it's almost like a quick from the back row. That's how fast this offense is moving from Ella Swindle.
Her athleticism just hanging in the air from that back row. Blocked. Winnis, her second.
Patience shown by Jenna Wennis at the left front, doing a good job at reading London Davis's arm. And Bergmark making sure she's going to close that block to help out her teammate.
Phillips there. Wennis gets a chance.
Nice. Didn't work out, but I really liked that hustle from Katie Dalton. Just got to punch it in the air sometimes, see what happens.
3 straight kills without an error for Wennis. She's up to 4.
Look at this up from Dalton. That's all in reaction. That's how athletic she is. And that's where the middle has to stay in the play. Make sure you're helping out your teammates' defense.
Point Texas. This is now a 4-point run after the Jayhawks had tied it up at 6. Longhorns took set 1, 25-16. Looking to go to 6-0 in Big 12 play. Turner stayed with it.
Nice.
Halter. Wennis another chance. Stays with it. Blocked. Molly Phillips.
Starting with Emma Halter, laying her body out on the ground. It all starts with her read. Great job in cutting off that ball, using her shoulder to put it back into the front, and Phillips finishing with that block. Great timing. Amazing play from both sides of the net, mainly that defensive error. My favorite rally so far. Don't go anywhere. There's more digs to come.
Analysis on Longhorn Network. 11-6, the Texas lead here in set 2. And Caroline Bien ends the Texas run.
Bien showing she has some offense of her own from behind that 10-foot line. Great approach, really in system.
2021 Big 12 Freshman of the Year. Had 21 kills in a match against Texas that season. Not asked to do that as much this year, but comes through when the Jayhawks needed it. Texas had the last 5 points. Wennis had trouble with the serve, but a great set for Phillips. Wennis got it blocked. That was Cooper. Iono there as well again.
Great block from Kansas, and Cooper seeing that there's absolutely no one covering Wennis, making sure their hands are pointing back to that left front.
Turner with the dig. Second chance for the Longhorns.
Nice up.
That was a tough one for El Nadi. And Bergmark and Phillips were both there for Texas.
Phillips and Bergmark together, it's hard to get past them. You got to get creative, which El Nadi is good at, but not good enough in that approach. Not able to get the ball over because there's too much force coming from behind that wall.
8th block for the Longhorns tonight. Halter the dig. Nadi, the good effort. Skinner gets another kill. She's up to 12.
When you're digging Skinner's ball, don't even worry about getting the perfect pass. Just make sure it's 10, 20, 10 feet off the net, 20 feet in the air, and don't break your platform, something Cameron Turner rarely does. Very testy move from Skinner. Turner's a great right back defender.
Swindle got to it off the Turner dunk. El Nadi, the nice touch.
El Nadi is crafty. Even when Texas knows she has no other option but to tip her roll, it doesn't matter. She's that good at going off the hands of the Longhorns.
Junior from Cairo, Egypt. Ray Bouchard applauds her great competitive spirit. One of the leaders on this Jayhawks team. Kansas last season lost in the second round of the NCAA tournament to San Diego, which made it all the way to the national semis. And Ray Bouchard feels his team should be better this season as it goes along. Oh, a great dig, and that was El Nadi. Swindle got her hand on it. Skinner pokes it over.
Nice changeup by Skinner. I honestly thought she was going to hit that ball. She dropped her elbow at the very last second, not making it obvious whatsoever that was going to be a tip. Very crafty, Madison Skinner.
I think the old term is en fuego.
En fuegos. Okay, David.
13 kills, 1 error. That goes back before your time.
I like black and white movies.
Oh. We'll discuss that later. Skinner again. En fuego.
En fuego for Skinner. Kansas has to figure out how to defend her. Defense has to go against that block and make sure you're lining up.
Year before they won the Big 12, they made it all the way to the national semifinals. Off the free ball, Molly Phillips was there. And Texas, this was 6-6 at one point. It's been all Longhorns since. This crowd beginning to smell blood, getting louder as Emma Halter serves again. Not a great set for Cooper. That's out.
Out for Phillips, but gaining confidence, running that slide ball from Ella Swindle, having a good connection, showing what Swindle can do with her slide pins.
Longhorn players look back at Jared Elliott, asking for a challenge, and Jared Elliott said, no, let's keep this momentum going and not pause play. That's why Asia O'Neal a kill for the Longhorns. Her 5th.
Asia O'Neal is so strong from the slide, from the three, from anywhere on the net. That's because Ella Swindle is learning exactly where O'Neal needs that ball. Because O'Neal's already off the ground when that ball's set. You have to have immense trust in your setter to run that play.
Connoisseurs. Skinner. Good dig by Burns. Barnes there on the other end. That was tipped at the net. Skinner again not denied. Seven points on 10 serves by Akana as she'll go again. Stayed with it. Texas, though, gets the point. What's changed? This was 6-6. It is all Texas since.
It's momentum. Texas is going on runs from the service line, and Kansas can't figure out where the Texas hitters are going. They're trying to take away shots, but Texas is continuing to change up their arm swing.
Cooper. Poked it over. Akana was there. Might have been going long, but still McGee got her hand on the ball. Skinner again. Point Texas. Maddie Skinner has a bunch of them tonight.
Holy power coming from Maddie Skinner's right arm. Look how hard this hits the Kansas libero. That's in that hard contact. Maddie Skinner literally flying into the ball, crushing it down.
9-2 run for the Longhorns. 16 kills, 1 error for Skinner tonight. On a banjo, yes. A point Kansas desperately needed, but still down a bunch in set 2.
Good job for Anna Banjo. She's that player that's going to get her team out of the rut, but that's how important it is to get her a good set. And that's all in the defense's power. You have to be able to let your setter run their middles.
Anna Banjo, a chemical engineering major, and Ray Bouchard says she's on a great trajectory in all areas of her life, not just on the court. Dalton was able to get to that. Another chance for the Longhorns. Swindle stays with it. Akana sets up Skinner. Rare error, just her second tonight.
Skinner trying to go from in front of that 10-foot line. Really hard cut shot, and that was a great opportunity for it. The set was really pulled in. The blockers weren't there, just not enough snap in the wrist.
That's out. Skinner gets the point. She's had some dominant matches this season. 24 kills, tied a career high against Ohio State September 14th. Arguably, this has been her best, though. She has 11 kills this set, and now she serves. And an ace. Everything going right for Maddie Skinner.
Kansas has to get a good serve-receive ball. Don't even worry about the 3-option pass. You just got to keep the ball on your side right now. You got to make sure you are in system as much as possible.
It was the 4th ace for the Longhorns. Bien. Winnes poked it over, but Kansas gets the point.
Kansas getting the point on a pass that was one option. It wasn't even that good of a pass, but as long as it's on your side, that gives your team the chance, and Kansas doing a good job at getting themselves out of trouble with that pass.
Ryan Swanson checks in for the first time for the Jayhawks, sophomore from McPherson, Kansas. Ray Bouchard hoping his team can have some answers. For as much as we've mentioned Maddie Skinner's name tonight, O'Neal has had herself quite a 2 days, 6 kills tonight.
Huge slide approach from O'Neal, and look how she turns her body, where she lands. That's how much she's flying into the net with all the momentum coming from behind her. 16
kills and 1 error in the 2 games against Kansas for O'Neal. Oh, what force by Davis. She gets the point for the Jayhawks.
Great decision by Davis, going for this team of O'Neal and Skinner, taking advantage of Emma Halter being out of that rotation.
And for Mariana Singletary as she comes in for the Longhorns, the redshirt freshman from Charleston, South Carolina. Molly Schultz in for the Jayhawks serves. Long and set point for Texas. Ella Swindle will do the honors. Longhorns looking to go up 2-0. They knocked off Kansas last night in 4. Kill for Swanson. Came in with 23 on the season. Gets her first one tonight.
Great swing by Swanson. And right now, Katie Dalton is setting for Cameron Turner. Turner coming back in, but not running that 5-1 anymore. Kansas switching to that 6-2 rotation with their setters.
Cooper checks in. Best player on this Kansas team has been held in check tonight. 3 kills, 3 errors. Cameron Turner will serve. Phillips. Yes. Point Texas, set 2 to the Longhorns. They have dominated Kansas so far tonight. 25-15 in set 2 after they took out the Jayhawks.
Outside for Texas, and now to see these players play against each other. Reagan Cooper for Kansas was at Texas Tech. A lot of these players know each other really well.
There's 2 matches against Houston next week, Saturday, Sunday. ESPN Plus next Saturday, ESPNU next Sunday. I think there'll be a pretty good atmosphere at Fertitta Center. Only meetings between Houston and Texas as Big 12 members before the Longhorns move over to the SEC. Turner the dig, and Burns keeps the point alive for Kansas as we're underway in set 3. Turner sets up London Davis. Barnes was there. And a double hit off Swindle. This is the first lead Kansas has had all night. They get the first point of set 3.
And Kansas has to hold on to that ball as long as possible. Cameron Turner, the quarterback of the team, a great person to have that role.
Phillips. Quiet tonight, her 3rd kill.
Now Kansas has to get a good pass to Turner.
Phillips coming off her best match of the season last night. 12 kills, hitting .360. Jared Elliott saying she's getting back to what we expect out of her. Dig by Halter. Oh, and Swindle is unable to handle the ball.
A miscommunication error you don't see often from Swindle. And that's one of those growing parts where when you're a starting freshman setter, that ball right there her sophomore year, that's going to be taken.
Ayel Nadi had 3 aces last night. She'll serve here. Phillips, second chance. She has both points for the Longhorns this set.
Cannot overpass to Molly Phillips. She is going to get the kill against you. Kansas has to keep the ball on their side right now as much as possible. You can't give Texas a free ball.
Mentioned earlier, Reagan Cooper struggles tonight. She's hitting .050, Kansas's best player. She's not on the court here early in set 3. Iono is, and the swing. Barnes there to handle, leading to the Skinner kill, number 18 tonight.
Look at this approach from Skinner. She just jumps right up. It's not a full approach. It's literally a 2-step approach, just jumping right in the air. She doesn't even need the full approach. She can jump straight up in the air and have that much power still.
Texas has 10 points off 13 serves by Kaylee Akana as she serves again here. Point Kansas. That's Davis.
That tool has to feel good from London Davis, going against one of the best blockers in the nation in Asia O'Neal, but trusting her swing. Davis doing a good job at tooling the block.
Burns, true freshman from Lafayette, Indiana. Skinner, nice job, Turner to catch up to the ball. Davis, what force. Second point as she gives Kansas the lead early in set 3.
Keep feeding London Davis. Keep feeding her until Texas stops her. She is on fire right now, mainly because of how powerful her hitting is.
She's up to 6 kills tonight, had 9 in the loss to the Longhorns last night.
Davis can block too.
O'Neal, yes. Is the slide as good as it's been all season? They've worked on that since match 1.
And middles and setters connection, that chemistry is the last thing to come in a gym because of how fast the middles run. The setter throwing the ball behind their head, having to trust their hands, not even seeing where the ball goes. O'Neal doing a good job at teaching Swindle, hey, I want the ball right here.
That serve long from Skinner. Just the second service error for the Longhorns tonight. As Katie Dalton serves. Sophomore from Parker, Colorado. Jenna Winnis. 5th kill for the junior.
Nice spot by Winnis, and she was really far off the net with that set. But she was waiting with the approach. She watched that ball, and she had great timing with it.
I mentioned she struggled the last couple of weeks coming in, and Jared Elliott says, I'm not worried about that. I'm more concerned about how she responds. She has responded well tonight. dunk by Turner. She did that multiple times last night, and the junior from Topeka, Kansas comes through.
What makes Turner's dump so hard to defend is she uses two hands. You think she's gonna set the ball. When you can get a dump with two hands, that really shows you how much you are tricking that team. Usually teams bite when it's a dump of one hand.
The end serves for the Jayhawks. Skinner. That's out. Just her third error. First time Kansas has had a 2-point lead in this match. So look to rally from 2 sets down. Swindle stays with it. Chance for Reagan Cooper. And the kill for the grad transfer from Rowlett, Texas. Team leader in kills coming in. She's up to 5 tonight.
The most momentum Kansas has had this entire match so far. And Reagan Cooper bringing in all the fire. Keep moving that ball around. Test Texas on the seams right now and keep feeding Cooper. And
it's the best thing going for your team, he said, we have Reagan Cooper. Again, beginning to heat up this set. It's the best Kansas has looked. They're up 8-5 after Texas dominated the first 2. Jenna Winnis, yes.
High swing 5-1 is trying to find that spot right in front of the middle back. Not right in the hole of Kansas, but a little deeper.
Crowd getting louder, encouraging Texas as they've been pressured by the Jayhawks for the first time tonight. Cooper again, another one.
Cooper feeding off that momentum. Momentum is so contagious to your team. When your defense is going right, then the offense does too. It spreads to all 6 players.
Transfer from Texas Tech had double-digit kills 16 times in a Red Raider uniform last season. Halter sets up Phillips. Singletary was there. First kill of the night for the redshirt freshman.
Singletary getting in on the fun, who Jarrett Elliott said has the $1 million arm. She's a really long athlete. She has great reads and is really improving where she wants to put the ball.
It's just her 9th set of the year, but she's hitting over 500. Turner sets up Cooper. Halter trying to catch up and can't. That's the 4th kill of the set for Reagan Cooper.
You had to know that ball by Reagan Cooper was going to be a kill. That approach was so smooth. Watch this approach, left of your screen. She's flying in the air and she's reaching so high. And that ball didn't look bad by Singletary, but Cooper just too strong.
Phillips.
Kansas needs 4 hands up against Molly Phillips. Iona not able to close with her pins. It's an absolute must when you are up against 6'5" Molly Phillips.
Iona and the Jayhawks awaits the Halter serve. Another chance for Cooper. Long. Texas within 1. Sensing Texas's momentum, crowd gets even louder. Skinner stays with it. And now a chance. And the kill. Defensively and offensively, Skinner ties this up.
Skinner forcing Cooper to test and take this ball. That's a great shot. Right in that seam of left back and right back. You're forcing someone to cut off that seam, and it worked for Skinner.
Halter sets up Phillips. Dig by Bien. Cooper blocked. Point Texas. Longhorns lead.
All the momentum coming from Asia O'Neal after this block. Great job in closing with Phillips. An actual wall. And look at O'Neal's hands. Look at over the net. There's no way that ball is passing her whatsoever. You can go around, but not through.
After Jared Elliott called his first timeout a few minutes ago, his Longhorns respond, and now Ray Bouchard calls timeout for Kansas.
And Ray Bouchard talked.
Two coaching veterans here tonight, Ray Bouchard and Jared Elliott, 49 years combined to their respective schools. London Davis. Skinner, another one. Kill number 20.
Maddie Skinner cannot be stopped. Kansas has to decide, are we taking away line or cross? And once that shot's taken away, the defense has to stay put and read outside their blockers' hands.
5 straight points for Texas. Cooper misfires as the run continues.
A couple errors for Cooper, but those aren't bad shots. She's going right for the lines on each wing against Texas, trying to make something happen for her team.
Halter serves again. Cooper, another error.
Texas banging into it.
7 straight points for the Longhorns. That's just out. Some fans thought the ball touched the line, but Kansas ends the run. Davis gets the point. El Nadi will serve. Swindle sets up Skinner. El Nadi trying to catch up and can't. Another point for Skinner.
Nice kill by Skinner, but that set from Swindle. Back setting to her outside. That's how aware of the court Ella Swindle is. Look at this set. Look where Ella is. Putting the ball back into the court, trusting her hands. Great connection with her and Maddie Skinner. She never backsets Maddie. She backsets Asia and Molly, not Maddie.
See the improved play by the freshman up to 33 assists. And she was there off Davis. And Skinner in fuego continues. Maybe not her best hit of the night, but it found the court.
Maddie in fuego Skinner doesn't have to be your best hit as long as you get the point. And she's taking a little bit off. She sees that hole in the court, a little scrambled for Kansas. Left back, middle back, not in their base, doing a good decision at testing that team.
She has 2 kills off a career high. She's had 24 twice, including against Ohio State just under a month ago here. Davis misfires.
And Skinner and O'Neal taking away that line shot for Davis. They're forcing her to try and go out right now.
An 11-1 Texas run. And off Akana's serve, Texas has scored off the majority of them.
Great dig, perfect dig.
That was Halter. Oh, a miscommunication between Swindle and O'Neal. Kansas gets the point.
Kansas has to be taking a breath of relief because that was a perfect in-system dig from Emma Halter, looking like a 3-option pass.
Burns serves. O'Neal not denied that time.
Mean approach from Asia O'Neal. Nasty slide. Watch right of your screen. Look how high she gets and how much she turns her body. Only one blocker in front of her. With how hard she was hitting, even if there were 2 blockers, she probably would have gotten that kill.
Up to 8 kills tonight after she hit 786 last night. Turner sets up BM. Second chance. Halter there. Winnis. McGee catches up to it for the Jayhawks. Setting up Davis. And Davis, when Kansas has needed a point, they have gone often to the junior from Galena, Ohio.
They're going to Davis because she's doing a really good job at changing up the shots. We just saw O'Neal and Skinner take away her line shot. That's fine with her. She changes to go cross. Really good in real time changes.
Service there by Katie Dalton. There's the Dalton name familiar in Austin. Her sister Nicole, member of the national championship team in 2012. But an ill-timed error as Texas gets closer to a sweep of the Jayhawks tonight. O'Neal. Winnes. Dig by Dalton. Not a great set, and it's an error off Bien.
Cameron Turner not in system with Bien. That's not a set you see often from Turner. Bien did the right thing, though. She tried to throw that ball and get the touch from Ella Swindle, but not accurate enough in that placement.
Turner now comes out, and Ryan Swanson replaces her. Block. Swindle.
Swindle is so physical. Yes, she's a setter, but when you're running that 5-1, she's also a blocker. She needs that defense that Jarrett Elliott has at the right front, and she's got it.
Ace for O'Neal.
Texas completely taking off. Nasty floater from O'Neal. Testing the seams right now. You got to be stopped with your platform. Platform means your two arms right here. Put your hands together and make sure your pass is going to target.
15-3 run by Texas, close to sweeping the number 17th ranked team in the country. Took Purdue to 5 sets earlier this season, coming in at 12-3. Long off Swanson, and the Longhorns now 2 points away.
The most in system Texas has looked this entire season consecutively. And now we see Miller even going, and everyone's getting in on the fun. That's how good Texas has played here tonight, consecutively for 3 sets.
Maddie Skinner checks out, 22 kills, hitting .514. Kenna Miller replaces her. Effort. Kansas gets the point on a banjo.
Big deficit for Kansas right now. But you got to just play in system as much as possible. Try and gain some momentum right here.
Bien looking for a Kansas run. She'll serve. Devin Kahahawai. Dig by Miller. Nice dig on the other end by Bien. Another dig by Miller to the delight of the crowd. Block, however, that was Swanson.
Great read by Swanson, lining up perfectly against Devin Kahahawai, making sure her outside right hand is pointed back into the Texas court.
It's the first 2 digs for Miller this year. Bien serves again. The violation on Texas off the serve. Out of rotation. And so the point goes to Kansas. Kahahawai. Dig by Burns. Cooper. Since the substitutions, Kansas finding a little momentum. They've scored 4 in a row.
Statement kill by Cooper. She is that player that's going to play the exact same. If it's the first kill of the first set or when you're down in the 3rd set, she's going to keep swinging hard at you.
Crowd trying to take Texas home with a sweep. Kahahawai not denied that time. first kill of the night. Match point, Texas.
Devin Kahahawai has such a high ceiling, and she literally touches it with how high she reaches in that ball, slamming it straight down, all in that power and snapping her wrist.
Miranda Crownover, redshirt freshman from here in Austin. Trying to send these fans home with the victory. Longhorns dominant tonight. Davis says, not yet. Rather on a banjo.
I like how Kansas plays when their back is up against the corner. That shows you a team's true confidence. Are they rolling or tipping? No. These pin hitters are going for the kill.
Schultz will come in. Obviously needing a run for any chance of a Jayhawk comeback. The redshirt freshman gives Texas the sweep of the match tonight, and a sweep of the 2 matches over Kansas.
तोरा याद में आंसुआ बहे से दिलवा रोए जान गिरन तोरा याद में आंसुआ बहे से दिलवा रोए जान
गंगाजल रिकॉर्डिंग स्टूडियो महादेवगंज साहेबगंज।
के करा सहारे रहबै के करा से तू बोलिया बोलबै अशोक अकेला के कहलू कि साथ न छोड़बै के करा सहारे रहबै के करा से तू बोलिया बोलबै अशोक अकेला के कहलू कि साथ न छोड़ब के रानी सोमी लागे आंसुआ गिरैले देहिया काप के लगे जा के रानी हमर अखिया से